output to the user.
Okay, so yes, so we'll just see that example again. So we had divide by 0 example, right? So we had declared int a comma b comma and the result, and then we asked the user to enter two values, and it was accepted, and R is equal to A divided by B, and C out the result is print the R. This is what we had done. So in this code, what was the problem when we executed it? Like we have 15 divided by 3, you get the answer. But suppose I do 15 divided by 0, you don't get any answer. The program ends without, giving you the result. So to make a smooth ending or a smooth closing of your program, we do exception handling. So sometimes exceptions can occur for a particular kind of input or particular value or result generated during the processing of some part of the code. So and it makes the code end up suddenly without. So ending a program suddenly might cause issues which are critical to your program or your system. So to avoid such, to make a smooth ending of your code, we use exception handlers. And how do you write the exception handlers? You write a try catch block. Try encloses the critical part of the code. You can see critical part of the code is here, where you divide two numbers. So you write a try block over there, and here you can put a condition. If b is not equal to 0, you divide, else you throw the reason of exception. So what was the reason of exception? It was the, you can either write throw b semicolon, or you can write b in bracket followed by a semicolon. Now tell me, who handles the exception?
The catch block.
Yeah, so a try block can have how many catch blocks?
At least one.
It should have at least one, and you have to write the data type or the exception name properly, otherwise it will not be handled. Since the cause of exception is an integer, you write int here. So int, and then you can write C out divide by 0 and L. So now what happens is, wait one second. So now what happens is, we run the code. Now if we enter 15 divided by 0, it is handled properly. So now the user knows what was the reason that the program stopped executing, and it has a smooth ending of the code. So this is what we had learned in the last class. Have you all understood till here? Any doubts? Yes, everybody understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
So the next is how to use multiple catch blocks. So as I told you, a try block can have should have at least one. So try block is followed by a catch block, and the try block can have at least one catch block, or it can have multiple catch blocks. So we'll see an example of that. We'll write a code representing that right now. Like, yes. Okay, before that, we can also invoke exception handler using functions. So suppose I write a function of divide here, void divide int a comma int b, and this part of the code I am going to write it. Yeah, this part of the code I'm going to write it here. So can you see? I put the division part as a function, and then here I'm going to call the function. So divide, and I'm passing the value of A and B. You understood the code? समझ में आया क्या? Have you understood?
Madam, R's declaration will be in the divide function, right?
Yeah.
R's declaration.
Yeah.
Int R.
Yeah. Yes, is it clear now? Have you all understood? So you're invoking a function. This is invoking a function generates exception. इसमें कुछ डाउट है क्या? पहले हमने ये जो लाइन नंबर 12 टू लाइन नंबर 18 का जो कोड है, we wrote it where? Where did we write it? We wrote it inside the main function. Now we have put that part of the code as a separate function, and we are calling the function which generates the exception, inside the main. Do you all remember the function? How do you call a function? समझ में आया क्या ये? Have you understood? Yes, students, please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's execute this code. See, again, it's the same, 6 divided by 0. Can you see? So this way you can also invoke a function that generates the exception. तो अभी यहाँ पे क्या है? Try and catch ही है. Throw कहाँ पे है? Function के अंदर. मतलब try के अंदर हमने function call रखा. So the control will go to the function, and if an exception occurs, it will be thrown, and it will be thrown to the calling where the function is called, and it will be handled by the catch block in the from where the function was called. Is that clear? Yes, students. समझ में आए क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others? Is it
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay. So as I told you, you can write throw simply like throw B, or you can write throw and the function or the part of the code that is actually causing reason of exception, you can put it inside the bracket. Or there is also something called simply throw, which is used for rethrowing exception, that I'll give you an example later. So throw can be written in three ways: either throw, or throw inside bracket you write the variable or the function that is causing the exception, then you write throw without variable. So these are the different ways you can write throw. Is that clear? Throw, or you can, instead of variable, you can write exception and throw. So these are the different ways you can write throw. Is that clear? Yes, students, is it clear? समझ में आया क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is how to handle multiple catch statements. Okay, so we'll see an example here now. If you have written this, taken down this example, we'll go to the next example. Suppose I have another function called it. Say suppose example. Okay, and writing int a. Inside that I'm writing a try block where I'm checking if x is equal to 1, sorry, equal to 1, throw a. So you're throwing an int here. Then else if a is equal to 0, throw a. So what are you throwing here now? What are you throwing here?
The character A.
Yeah, so you're throwing a character here. Fine, and then else if a is equal to -1, throw 1.0. So what are we throwing here?
A double.
Or a float. Okay. Yes. So we have done with that. So if, yeah. And here I'm writing a catch statement. If I write character C, C out, got a character. And then again another catch statement. Int A. Got Yeah, C out got a integer. And then again I'm writing another catch statement. Okay, which is going to be a double caught a double. Fine. Okay, is it clear? समझ में आया है क्या? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and yes, here we are going to check the code. So suppose C out, we'll check the first condition. If the value is equal to 1, so what happens? And we'll call the example and we'll pass 1. And similarly, if the value is equal to 0, we'll call example and pass 0. And if it is equal to 0.1, we'll pass 0. Okay, and suppose it is equal to -2, so I'm going to pass -. ठीक है? Is it clear? Have you understood the code? Any doubts in the code? Does anybody have any doubt in the code?
Could you please repeat once again?
See, I'll start from the main. So if a value, see, we have written a code to test it, like I'm passing different kinds of values. So if I'm passing 1, okay, if I'm passing 1, the value of a becomes 1, and I'm checking if a is equal to 1, throw a. So if I'm throwing a, what is the type of a? Yes, a का type क्या है? Please, it's an integer. So which catch block will catch it? Or which catch block will handle that exception? We have 3 different catch blocks. So कौन सा block the first exception को handle करेंगे? अगर a का value 1 है तो come on students, a is what kind? हाँ, catch 3 catches है, but कौन सा catch?
Second catch block.
The second one, because a is a integer. Abhi suppose I send a 0. So it comes here and it checks a is not equal to 1. So a is equal to 0 hai to I'm throwing what kind of exception am I throwing? What is the exception name? Huh? It's a
Character.
It's a character. So which catch block will handle it? The first one will be handled.
First.
Now suppose I am giving a negative. I am giving if a is equal to -1. It's not 0.1. It's okay, -1. And this is okay. Suppose I'm giving the value -1. तो -1 पास किया तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे? I'm throwing what? I'm throwing 1.0. It's I'm throwing a double. So which catch block will handle it?
The third one.
The third. Now suppose I'm passing the value equal to 2. If the value is equal to 2, matlab 2 is getting passed. Anything will happen here?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Because we haven't written a catch block for that. So that is the code. Have you understood it right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, students, everybody? समझ में आया क्या? Okay.
Yes.
Now let's execute and see if it is acting according to what we have done. So the try is closed. The catch blocks have been closed and the function is closed. Okay, let's see. Okay. Can you see? If the value is 1, we caught an integer. If the value was 0, we caught a character. And if the value was -1, the double is caught. But if the value is 2, anything is being caught? Can you see the output? No, because we didn't write a catch block for it. So this is how you have to write a catch block. So you can have multiple catch blocks and the program, the exception will be caught by the appropriate catch block. समझ में आया? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
So that means what? A try block can have at least one catch block or it can have multiple catch blocks. And how is the exception handled? It depends on the type of the exception. So the catch block will handle it based on the catch block. So the catch block, that specific catch block has to be written. Otherwise the exception will not be handled. Is it clear? समझ में आया? Is there anybody who has not understood? Yes, students, is it clear to everybody? Can I go to the next example?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The girls, are you all there in the session today?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, since we have written different kinds of, catch block, you can also write a specific catch block like the default catch block, which is used to catch all kinds of exception. So you can see, call it as a default catch block. So default catch block कैसे लिखते हैं? You put 3 dots inside the bracket. Can you see it? Line number 28. Line number.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is means catch all kinds of exception. Catch all exceptions. Or you can say it is a default catch statement, catch block. Okay. So here I can just write a general statement. Caught exception. Can you all see the code? Yes. Yes, students. Can you all see it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is happening?
Yes.
There is a specific catch block, it's not available. Like you can see A is equal to 1. है तो इंटीजर थ्रो करेंगे तो इंटीजर कैच ब्लॉक है, फिर a इक्वल टू 0 है तो कैरेक्टर थ्रो करते हैं तो कैरेक्टर क्लॉक कैच ब्लॉक भी है. Then when a is equal to -1, it is throwing a double, that is also there. But suppose like in our example, if I pass 2, that is not there. So it can be caught by a default catch block. Understood? So a default catch block catches all kinds of exception. Is it clear? Yes, students? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if it works. It didn't. Why didn't it work? 3, right? Okay, it's not working here. But the syntax is in this way. Okay, let's see. I'll just comment all others. And let's execute it again. Okay, it's working for all others, caught an exception, and it's not working for 2. Yeah, because, no, but it should, right?
Because if initially a catch block is encountered, then it,
Yeah, but for 2 also, right? I've commented everything, right?
for 2 there is no condition. It means if a is equal to 2, then what it should throw. It is not mentioned in the program.
Yeah, might be because of that. Okay. What's your name? Yeah.
Suraj Joshi.
Yeah, suppose let's write the code for that and check that out. Okay. Else if is equal to 2, say throw. Okay. Yes. So it's because we didn't throw it. That is why, yes, of course, if you don't throw it, how will it catch it? Yes. So you have to throw the exception, then only it will be able to catch the, be handled by the catch block correctly set. So that is why we were not getting the output. So, and in the first case, if I put this, whichever catch block is encountered first, that will be printed. Like, suppose I just write, say here, instead of character double. Okay, fine. I'll just comment this part. Okay, fine. So can you see it? I've just commented the integer part, and as I said, whatever is encountered first will be printed. So let's see, for the character part it should print caught a character, for the double part it should print caught a double, for the integer part since I've commented it, it should print caught an exception. So we can see the output here. Can you all see the output? Saw the output? Can you all see it, students?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others? Have you all understood? Whatever exception or the catch block occurs first, that is going to handle the exception first. And if it is not specified, it will be handled by the default catch block. Is it clear? Yes, students, have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others? समझ में आया क्या सबको?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That means when you write a try-catch block, you have to write the code or the function which has to be tested inside the try block. And when an exception occurs, the throw will throw the exception. So unless the throw throws the exception, it cannot be handled or caught by the catch block. And every try block has at least one catch block, and it can have multiple catch block depending on the type of exception name. The catch that corresponding catch block will handle the exception. And if you want to catch all kinds of exception, you can use a default catch block which contains 3 dots inside the bracket, and whichever exception comes, like the exception or the catch block which comes first or which occurs first will handle the exception first, and if it is not there, then only it will be handled by the default catch block. Is it clear? इतना सबको समझ में आया क्या? Is it clear? Yes, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, okay. Fine. So that is done. And then the next is how to rethrow an exception. As I told you, you can write throw in 3 forms: either throw or throw exception inside bracket, exception within bracket, or exception without enclosing inside the bracket. So you can write throw in different ways. So the throw, which is simply written followed by a semicolon, is used for rethrowing an exception. So let's see how to rethrow an exception. Okay, we'll write an example for rethrow. Suppose I have the void divide program again with 2 values as arguments, and then I write the try block, and inside the try block I am checking whether b is equal to 0. If b is equal to 0, I will throw. What will I throw?
B.
B. Yeah, I will throw B. So I'm throwing the exception here. Else, right? C out. The result is A divided by B. Okay. And here I will write a catch block. Int n. Then I will write here C out showing the and here I will write a throw. This is rethrow. So that means if I simply write throw followed by a semicolon, and where are you throwing? Inside the catch block. Can you see that? Yes, students, can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Inside the main, again I'll write try. So inside I will write fine, right, and I'll pass values, say 25 comma 5 divide 5 comma 0, and here again I'll write catch C out division by 0 dot with the, is it clear? So क्या किया हमने पहले? We wrote a divide function and we wrote the try catch block inside that, but inside that catch block which is inside the function, there we didn't handle it. Instead we re-threw it. Means we wrote a throw statement inside the catch block. So what happens is the exception is again thrown to the calling function. So where is the calling function here? It is in the main. So it comes back here and it is caught by the catch block inside the main. Is it clear? समझ में आया? This is called exception rethrow. So it was actually exception was had occurred inside the function, but it, instead of handling it inside the function, it threw it again, and it is getting handled by the main function or the calling function. Have you all understood? So syntax देखो, पहले throw b लिखा, but catch के अंदर हमने सिर्फ throw लिखा. So that is how you rethrow a function, rethrow an exception. And here it comes back because divide is written inside the main function. So the exception comes here and it is handled by the catch block of the calling function. समझ में आया? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others? Have you understood what is exception rethrow? Yes, students. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's see if it works. Dekha, output dekha. First one was 25 by 5, so the result is 5. But in the second case, it is 5 comma 0. So it threw the exception. In the catch block, it is again, it will print rethrowing the exception. So from there, it got thrown again and it got handled in the main block. Dekha output. Can you see the output? Yes, students, have you all seen it? Have you all understood what is exception rethrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear to everybody? Have you all understood all the concepts taught today? How to write multiple catches? What is catch all exception and what is rethrow exception? Is it clear? Any doubts? Yes,
No, ma'am.
students, is it clear? Okay, so for today, this is enough. So in any code, whichever code you write, you can actually use exception handlers so that you can, overcome unexpected errors during the execution of the code, and in different ways. Like you can use it inside the main for calling function, you can use it in the sub function, or you can, rethrow it. So different ways you can, handle the exception. Is it clear? Yes. Yes, students, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's all for today. So can I end the session?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.